we consider our role in shaping India's future, let us remember the words of Mark Twain, who said, India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great grandmother of tradition. Student, I wish to imagine something, Close your eyes for a moment and picture what India of tomorrow would look like. The India you will help build in the times to come. When the leaders of our country, including the Prime Minister, talks of a developed nation by 2047, it is you who will build that nation. So you must think of it. Think of what could be the possibilities tomorrow. I see a nation that's a world leader in science and technology. When I was in school, when I was seeing your performance, and it was a memorizing performance, all of them were very nice. But I remember, reading about it when India collaborated with the USSR and, we went to space. We could never think as students at that point in time that there will come a time where we will, our space and technology program will get so evolved that we will land the Chandrayaan 3 on the South Polar Moon. And that is something which is a possibility in India today, which was not the case when I was your age. So we've come a long way, and we can show the world what we can do. It's not just space. Indian scientists are making groundbreaking discoveries in renewable energy, medicine, and artificial intelligence. Who knows, maybe the next great inventor is sitting right here amongst us. But India's progress isn't just about rockets and computers. We've made huge strides in social progress too. More girls are in school than ever before, and women are leading in every field, from sports to business or politics. I come from the state of Haryana, and about 10-15 years ago, Haryana was infamous for highest female feticide rate in the country. Today I'm proud to say that Haryana has changed its image and has come out of it because of the brave girls and the education program which has managed to change the mindset of a society. And today, not only these girls are torch bearers and flag bearers who make their district, city, state, country proud, but today they are icons, national and international icons, who actually have become flag bearers of what inspires a country as a nation, irrespective of their genders. So, whether it is the name of Gitanjali Shri in 2022, who became the first Indian author to win the International Booker Prize for her novel Tomb of Stone. That is the power of Indian storytelling. Speaking of inspiring stories, are there any athletic enthusiasts over here? Is anyone big in athletics? Okay, so we all know about Neeraj Chopra, we all know about Manu Bhakar, we all know about, these Olympic medalists and Olympians who made us proud. And these are just icons who have proved that in spite of adverse circumstances, in spite of not having some of the best facilities, they have still managed to do great work in their field and brought laurels to the country. But I want to mention another name. You might have not heard of, or perhaps some of you have, of Sumit Antil. He holds the current world record with an astonishing throw of 73.29 meters. Despite facing challenges, the initial lack of recognition, Sumit didn't let his disability deter him. He worked tirelessly to become a champion and a world record holder. The remarkable story about Sumit was he wanted to become a wrestler. But because of an unfortunate accident, he had to change and evolve. But he did not take that as something that will break his spirit, but he used it as an opportunity to thrive, and whatever life gave him, he made the most out of it and made his country proud. So these are extraordinary feats that have not only brought immense pride to our nation, but have also inspired countless athletes to dream big and aim high. The spirit of excellence and determination is exactly what our country needs. So you all have heard, various things which have been said, but one thing you must not forget, and I think that's a personal experience which I'd like to share with you. I think the best thing about our education system is it teaches you one thing, and that one thing is how to learn. And that stays with you to the last day. So do not stop learning, no matter what, because we learn throughout our education system and subsequently as well. And I firmly believe that the education system teaches us how to learn and how to imbibe those qualities in ourselves so that we can use it best to our advantage. So whether it's climate change or whether it is, affecting our farmers, our cities and future, you have the power to make a difference. Simple actions like using less plastic, saving water, planting trees, it all adds up. Like I said, our education system is already evolving. We've seen from 1947, our literacy rate was just 12%. We've gone to 75%. That's a remarkable jump. So it's a clear sign of progress, but we still have a lot of work to do. I won't take much time, but I just want to remind you of one thing before I end my speech. You're not just citizens of India, but you're global citizens. The challenges and the opportunities of the 21st century don't stop at just national borders. Climate change, technological advancements, economic shifts, these are all global issues that require global thinkers. Look for inspiration from role models who embody this global mindset. People like Sundar Pichai, who rose from humble beginnings in Tamil Nadu to lead one of the world's largest technology companies, which we very often use. Remember the words of Sardar Patel. Every citizen of India must remember that he is an Indian and he has every right in this country, but with certain duties. What will your duty be? How will you serve India? So here's what I want you to do. Dream big, work hard, be kind, and never give up on India. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji said, dream, dream, dream. Dreams turn into ideas and ideas lead into action. Let your dreams for India guide what you do. Whether you become a scientist, artist, business owner, doctor, engineer, or anything else, always ask yourself, how can I help India? Thank you so much for listening and caring about India. Remember, India's story is still being written and you all are writers. Once again, thank you very much for inviting me and making me a part of this special occasion. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insights and motivating us. We request for a group photograph, please.
मेडल है, इसका भी जिक्र कार्तिक शर्मा की तरफ से किया गया। तो वसंत विहार के मॉडर्न स्कूल में सांसद कार्तिक शर्मा, जहां पर उन्होंने अपने स्पीच में तमाम चीज़ों का जिक्र किया और साथ ही जिक्र इस बात का भी कि किस तरह से हर क्षेत्र में महिलाएं जो हैं वो आगे बढ़ रही हैं। महिलाएं हर क्षेत्र में लीड कर रही हैं। मनु भाकर का उन्होंने जिक्र किया, जिन्होंने 2 ब्रॉन्ज मेडल इस बार ओलंपिक में जीते हैं। नीरज चोपड़ा का उन्होंने जिक्र किया, सिल्वर मेडल नीरज चोपड़ा ने इस बार जीता है। और बेहद ही ख़ास कार्यक्रम रखा गया था वसंत विहार के मॉडर्न स्कूल में, जहां पर आप सांसद कार्तिक शर्मा को सुन रहे थे। ये सीधी तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। बड़ी संख्या में स्कूल के बच्चों ने इस कार्यक्रम में भाग लिया। वसंत विहार के मॉडर्न स्कूल में सांसद कार्तिक शर्मा, जहां पर उन्होंने कैसे आप अपने ड्रीम को पूरा कर सकते हैं, कैसे आपके ड्रीम और फिर आगे एक्शन जो आपको आगे तक लेकर जाएंगे, इन तमाम चीज़ों का जिक्र जो है वो कार्तिक शर्मा की तरफ से किया गया।